What up, Random Rockers, new and old? Tremonti Dust. I had reviewed this, third highest review I've had. Not saying much since, I barely, at this point that I'm aware of, cracked 200 views on any of them. But I'm a part-time YouTuber doing movies and music, specifically albums and EP, mostly album reviews. When it comes to albums, if you like ARTV, Needle Drop, Luke Spencer from Rocked, Crash Thompson of The Rock Critic, and Critical Condition on the Metal Sucks channel, and of course Cover Killer Nation, especially for his particular quality and style, which I use a lot. And again, with the Crash Thompson thing, how he likes to the time frame of his scheduling is similar with mine, though it's more because I'm more picky about things, as opposed to him who's just trying to juggle all these albums and he has to do catch-ups. I'm not able to do that with what I have. So I apologize for those of you in advance. And for Tremonti's Dust, for those of you who have been following me for a while, this album is finally going where it belongs. Where it rocks all the way. And speaking of which, I am going to talk about my ratings system before I end this the way you guys need to check. But before I do get to that, actually, if you also like how I am with the movies, specifically if you like the big three, which are part of the reason why I've been getting into trying to do reviews, Chris Duckman, Jeremy Johns, Schmoes as well as smaller time YouTubers, one of them being like Virtual Tyler or JT Movie Thinks, who are related towards the Schmoes and Screen Junkies, as well as even John Campea too, from Collider News, and has worked with Schmoes as well because of Collider. And also, if you like another specific one, I'd like to give a shout out to a fellow random rocker himself, which is what I will be referring to my subscribers as. I will be called the original random rocker, T the Man, Tyler, by the way, Virtual Tyler. Us Tyler's got to stick together, man. Bring it. And the guy I'm referring to is Ryan O'Toole. Still wondering if you want to do a collab. I understand I'm not as come across too amateur and not professional enough, but bring it on. Shout out, man. If you want to try to come up with something better than what I got here, then by all means, let's do it. Now, with that being said, let's get to my now officially changed and hopefully far more organized rating system. The base amp is where I'm going to put my thumbs down and my read between the lines. That's where those albums are going to go. Behind me is a stereo. That is usually where my mixed albums reviews will go. And if I decide to do one, that's going to hang somewhere between the stereo and the bass amp is going to be, and I like bass, don't get me wrong. I just know how people like to just bash it a lot, so it's kind of, usually winds up going here anyway, so for that particular reason. So no offense to bassists. It's just the kind of the luck of the draw and how the stereotype is. But anyways, if I do one of these, it's probably going to go in between. Usually if I have this down, thumbs up, just straight up like this, it will be behind me on the stereo. And like this Switchfoot album, if you've seen my review, you'll understand why it's there. If it's one of these ordeals, it's probably going to go right up there between the guitar amp and the stereo. And of course the guitar amp is my thumbs up and rocks all the way types of things. It's a similar. My system is kind of like how Jeremy Johns does things. It's not a legitimate full-blown rating system necessarily. It's just because I just don't care for doing numerical, or even alphabetical styles of grading systems. It's just sometimes they don't always work in those regards, or it's for how my tastes work, and that's why I do what I do with it. And that's the new rating system, guys. Or the hopefully official rating system. I will probably have to check out this video more often just to remind myself from time to time. And that's pretty well it, guys. If you want to subscribe, be a fellow random rocker like myself. So, yep, of course, do that. If you like this video, rock that like button with thrust if you must. Check out my Facebook page, where I will start trying to do some random updates, and when I upload my videos, if you have Facebook, here and there. Also be sure to rock the like button on that page with thrust if you must as well. And of course, I also want to say something a little personal. I actually have something for some of you who want to know why I'm a little unorganized at times. It's mostly because I just don't like feeling like I want to have fun doing this. I don't want to feel like I'm doing work or homework. It's kind of a hobby. It's something I'm doing part-time, as I have a full-time job. So it's not always easy to balance things and to get things done, and try to get them done a certain particular time frame. And that's why it's like the way that it is. That being said, hopefully you just enjoy them for what they are. Even if I'm professional, it can come off somewhat humorous, at least for some of you. Even the trolls should have at least somewhat enjoyed it, even though one of them just didn't get that. But that's alright. We all have our own opinions. And I guess, like Crash Thompson says, the only opinion that matters is your own. Which is good words to live by. And, I guess, yeah. That's it, guys. As always, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. And see you all next video. And whatever random up, and hopefully we'll all have some fun. Keep up the good work, guys, and keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking, all that stuff again. Yeah, let's just have some fun with this, or at least continue to have fun with this, and also do something called Random Rock Countdown sometimes, and list off some of my favorite albums from least to most favored from certain artists. So whenever you go back and check out those videos, especially the Weezer one, which despite the mess that it is kind of a fun mess, and I wish you'd appreciate it for that. And to be fair, the audio quality, when I do sometimes play guitars here at Random Rock and Real Riffs and Reviews, that's kind of where the riffs part comes into play. I'm trying to re-establish myself better as a guitar player, and maybe in the turn I may in some way get people to want to learn how to play as well, and maybe appreciate the music far more. That's why I do what I do with that. Now, this is my third take doing this, guys. I don't feel like really doing it again, and I've said all I actually want to say and need to say, so to appreciate this again for that, and for the third, fourth, fifth time, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rockin', as always, and I will see you next time. And like I say in most of my descriptions I post below, just enjoy the randomness that these videos have, and just enjoy life. Doing what you love, like what I'm trying to do here. And don't let anyone else try to get you down and force you to do things you don't really want to do. But also notice that you need to do things that you have to do. And that's why I feel like that's what I have to say is, and you know, I have a form of high functioning autism, specifically, or PDD, NOS, atypical autism or whatever. So that's why it comes across a little stuttery or a little bit like I'm out in space. It's just kind of happens, and sometimes it's harder to control. And I know there's other people with disabilities out there that are dealing, like myself, that are dealing with the same things that I am as well. So, yeah. Again, guys, keep it, again, 5th, 6th time now. Keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. And I will hopefully see you next time. Yeehaw.